If you're growing food in a city, you've probably had to bend a few rules. Maybe you're hiding compost bins behind a shed, keeping a low profile with backyard chickens, or just hoping no one reports your front yard garden for violating lawn aesthetics. But hiding only gets us so far. To build true local resilience, we have to stop relying on individual workarounds and start rewriting the municipal laws that prevent these gardens from breaking through the fence. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to build your personal urban ag policy roadmap, a concrete strategy to legalize and incentivize farming in your specific community. To start, you'll need a specific goal, like legalizing goats or a neighborhood food forest, a blank notebook, and internet access to your municipality's zoning code database. Translating our internal values into this kind of outer, systemic action is what shifts us from isolated rule breakers to the architects of a more resilient local neighborhood. Step 1 is the code audit process. Before you can change the system, you have to pinpoint the exact outdated municipal clauses that are hindering your production. This is a common stumbling block. Most people open a municipal database, see hundreds of pages of legal jargon, and feel immediately paralyzed. You can bypass that confusion by searching strictly for specific keywords. Use terms like hobby garden, commercial farm, lawn aesthetics, or accessory structures. These clauses are where the real restrictions live. They often dictate the maximum allowable height of a greenhouse or how far back from a property line a hoop house must be set. When you find the specific rule blocking your project, document your finding in the first section of your roadmap. Finding the specific text of the roadblock transforms a vague complaint about city rules into a targeted objective for reform. Step 2 is defining the legal shift. This is where you select the precise policy strategy used to replace the outdated code you just identified. Your very first option is by right farming. This redefines zoning to allow agricultural practices automatically in residential areas, meaning you no longer need special permits to grow food. The second option is a right-to-farm permit. This establishes a clear, affordable administrative process for securing site plan approvals without the complexity of a full zoning variance. The third option is adverse possession reform, which helps secure legal titles for people tending long-term vacant lots. Philadelphia's recent 2024 reform provides a strong legal precedent for this shift. Choose the strategy that best fits your local project and write it down in the second section of your roadmap. Shifting your project from a temporary workaround to a structural right provides the legal stability needed to invest in permanent infrastructure, like irrigation and fruit trees, without the constant threat of a violation. Step 3 is drafting the Urban Ag Incentive Zone. This moves the goal from simply making a farm legal to making it actively supported by the city. The primary tool here is a property tax incentive. You are proposing that the municipality offer tax breaks specifically for land that is actively used for agricultural production. You should also include a proposal for long-term leases on city-owned land. Short-term leases are a major barrier because they discourage farmers from the multi-year process of building healthy soil. These incentives transform vacant, resource-draining lots into productive community food hubs that increase local biodiversity and provide fresh produce directly to neighbors. On your roadmap, define the boundaries of your proposed zone. This could be a specific city block or a cluster of neighborhood lots. Securing these financial and land use incentives removes the primary economic barriers that typically stop urban farmers from succeeding over the long term. Step 4 is the coalition pitch. This is where you identify the local partners needed to present this roadmap to your city council. A common failure is pitching this as a niche gardening interest. That framing often makes it easy for local politicians to dismiss the project. To avoid that, map your local civic hub. Identify established groups like tool shares, the local library, farmers markets, and neighborhood associations to co-sponsor your roadmap. Reframe your pitch around the economics of happiness. Instead of just talking about plants, show how this policy supports food security, community health, and local economic development. In the final section of your roadmap, write down the names of 3 specific local groups you will recruit to your coalition. Coming to the table with a broad coalition proves that urban agriculture is a shared civic interest, making it much harder for city officials to dismiss your roadmap as a niche request. You now have a completed professional urban ag policy reform roadmap. You've transformed a localized complaint into a structured strategy for change. Your roadmap now covers the specific code audit, the desired legal shift, the financial drivers of an incentive zone, and the power of a coalition. Building this kind of local power is how we begin to replace massive, fragile global supply chains with decentralized systems that we actually control and manage ourselves. Real systemic change doesn't require you to solve every global problem at once. It starts exactly where you are, using this document at your next neighborhood association or zoning board meeting. Taking these small, consistent legal steps creates an echo effect, eventually making bioregional resilience the standard for how our communities operate. We have built our world on a high-stakes assumption that our industrial momentum is as unsinkable as the steel hulls we once set into the Atlantic. But the elephant in the room has grown too large to ignore, moving out of our private shadows and into the center of our lives. This is the meta-crisis, the tipping point where the stories of endless growth collide with the physical limits of our planet. The Lifeboat mini-course is your immediate, structured transition, a free 5-day journey delivered to your inbox to transform global anxiety into local resilience. Day 1 begins with an audit of the invisible, the energy and water systems you rely on every hour, yet rarely ever see. Day 2 forces a change in your geographical lens, challenging you to locate your true home within your watershed and local bioregion. You won't navigate this terrain alone. You will receive daily study guides and synthesized patterns designed to cut through the noise and reveal the architecture of change. Day 3 asks you to practice active hope in a world facing ecological overshoot. Day 4 introduces the demanding standard of revolutionary love. By tracing the water back to your neighbor's tap, you move beyond the narrow walls of self-help and into the expansive, interconnected practice of systems health. The climax arrives on Day 5 with the introduction of a specific framework for your future, the 9x21 harvest. Who is your mutual guiding spirit in this transition, and which 9 things will you choose to do? Stop waiting for the headlines to crush you. Sign up for the Lifeboat mini-course now. Access your Day 1 materials immediately and join the community hub where the next story of our world is already being written. You can remain tied to the illusion of a collapsing global credit card, or take this course to begin building real systems health today. The Earth is tired of the lie. It is time to dance with the truth.